they've had a really good morning. So.
Well, none of what I'm doing is aggressive or in their face. It's all about having some fun and just thinking about things I may not have thought about before.
That's good.
So please, very warm welcome for Clare Maxfield.
Oh, I love it. I love it. The inspired image. When you think about image, a lot of people, they get really scared and they think, oh my God, she's going to judge me. She's going to look at me. Well, you know, you're right. Can't help it. But what I'm going to share with you today is how you can actually look at yourselves. But it's really interesting how much your image can inspire others. And a lot of people think, you know, I want to ask the question, do you want to inspire? Now, some of you are going to sit back and go, yes, I want to make a difference. And with that, you will be excited about inspiring others. Some of you are going to sit there and go, no, look, I'm really happy just doing what I do. I don't want to inspire others. I don't want to change the world. I want to be good at what I do. So to get a pay rise, you need to inspire someone to trust you. You need to inspire someone to think you're fantastic and worthy of it. And you need to inspire someone to believe in you. So what I'm going to work with you today is getting everyone to inspire. You okay with that? You happy with that? Should warn you at the end, I am going to give every one of you a critique on how you're looking. No. As Sam said before, you do. You all look good. So as with the dandelion, it leaves its seed or its flowers everywhere and you never know where it's going to end or where it's going to land or where it's going to touch. Just as you never know where you're going to have an impact on someone. Because in the words of Mark Twain, clothes maketh the man, for a naked man has little or no influence on society. Do I have your attention? I think I do. Everything we do is as we focus on things. So unfortunately, as you might think, images from the skin out, everything you do from the skin out reflects who you are from the skin in. But keep in mind, as I said, we look at things differently. So what I'd like you to do is look at the image up here. I'll get out of your way. I'd just like you quickly to see a show of hands. Who can see at least one face in that picture? At least one face. Come on. If you haven't got a hand up, it means you're not looking. All right. Now keep your hand up if you can see two faces. Fantastic. Great. Who can see three? All right. Not all the hands came up. Because what's happened here is you're not all focusing on the same thing. Let me just give you a quick clue. We have Scotty, obviously, with his beret and his moustache. Now, who can see the young girl? Everyone see the young girl? Nudge your friend, I'll point out the young girl if you can't. Who can see the old woman? Would you like a little bit of a hand with the old woman? She can be a bit tricky. She's existing down here. There's her nose, her mouth and her chin and her eye. And that's her pimple. But again, we've all looked at the same picture. But what you'll find is you're focusing on different things. You look at what you expect to see. So what I want to try and get you doing is looking at things differently. Because do you know how quickly we make up a first impression?
3 seconds.
Oh, who knows the answer? Well done. A lot of people say it's 30 seconds, 7 seconds. I know when I started, I was saying a minute. They say if you can hold someone's attention on a web page now for 3 seconds, you've got them. We have been trained to look at someone and make our minds up in 3 seconds flat. Now, have a think. Say you've got someone new coming into your department. What are things they might do? Because they don't know how you're all meant to dress because they've come from somewhere else. What are things they might do that just don't work?
Wear thongs.
Wear thongs. I'm so glad you said that. You'll see why later. Too casual. I'm so glad you said that too. You'll see there are things that we automatically know we trust and things we don't trust. And a lot of the time you don't even know why. You've met someone, you go, you just get that, I like, I trust, I believe, or I don't like, I don't trust, I don't want to hear. We, luckily, believe in ourselves. We believe in what we have to say. So, in those first 3 seconds, if you've met someone and you haven't hit that mark with them, it's all uphill from there, because you not only have to now get them trusting you before they're even listening to a word you say. Who can tell me what is the difference between a perception and an assumption? Even if you've seen The Nutty Professor, you might know the answer. Technically, well, I like to think of perception as something that's based on impression, that is a factual impression left on you. Whereas an assumption is a guesstimate on what's going on. Or in the words of, I believe it was, I hate it when I've forgotten who it was. I'll say his name later. He said, an assumption is making an ass out of you and me. It's all guesswork. Oscar Wilde, there we go. The hard thing for you is you don't want to meet someone for the first time. Might be someone new in your department, someone new in another area. They already have perceptions on you based on the company, based on what's done, and you're not hitting that mark. So you must make sure you always meet the expected results. The one thing a lot of people say when I'm doing a workshop is, are you going to turn us all into carbon copies of each other? You're going to tell us all to look the same? No. That's why I love this image. It's all about fitting into where you are now. All of these shapes are different, yet they all fit into this one puzzle. All of you here are different, and you're all fitting in. Generally, if you're meeting a client for the first time, how many of you are wearing a long sleeve shirt? Would I say a lot of you also wear a tie? Okay. Now, ladies, how many of you, the first time you meet a client, especially in summer, will have sleeves and a jacket on? Okay. How many of you sort of go, oh, can I just sort of get away with this sort of sheer sort of maybe camisole under my jacket? Not just the camisole, but a jacket with a camisole under. You know, someone will think, well, I've got my jacket on, it's camisole. You'll be standing next to a man, he's got on his shirt, he's got tie, layer upon layer upon layer, a bit like a Sarah Lee, no. He's looking very professional, and you're sort of coming. The one thing I often find, look, I love being a woman, but we let ourselves down often by thinking we can get away with sort of going, well, I'll just wear a shell top or a cami under my jacket. You will find if you had on, especially if it's an important meeting, if you've got a shirt on, it's that extra layer. And not that I want any woman to look like a man or any man to look like a woman for that, but it's that same level of professionalism. Always have something there to bring yourself back. So ladies, whether it's a wrap or a jacket or a cardigan, something that brings your image back. And for the guys, make sure you have a tie in there. Now, you might have come in, it might be happy days and you've got your Simpsons tie on. I really hope not. But, or you might be near Spring Carnival and you've got a hot pink one on. And again, something has gone and rattled the cage of the department. You've all got to start scrambling and you're going into meetings with clients or other departments. Guys, if you can have a couple of different coloured ties in your desk so you can automatically put one on to go with your mood, you will never get caught out. And people always go, how do they do it? How do they always dress so well? When you want to inspire someone, you don't just want to inspire change in them. You want to inspire them to see you and to notice you. The 3 things to work out, focus on where you want to go. Focus on what achievements you want to get. Work out how you can fit in, how that fits in with you and how you fit it. Because then you will flourish. Then you'll become part of something a lot bigger.